photographed quite a few SUVs this year, but honestly, only a handful have really stayed with me or made me fall for them at first glance. And today, I have to mention one of them, the Voyah Chasing Light S.
A quick shout out to our automotive partner in China for sharing this video and helping make it possible. Thank you for your support. Hey everyone, it's Michael from Motor Torque. If you enjoy staying up to date with the latest automotive news, reviews, and industry updates, be sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you never miss any of our exciting content. Thanks for watching, and let's get started.
The first time I saw the Chasing Light S, my immediate reaction was simple. Its appearance is a huge part of its charm. It's the kind of SUV that makes you stop, look again, and keep staring for quite a while. As Voyah explained, one of the challenges in China is the lack of truly localized original design, so the brand brought its family's Kunpeng 2.0 design language directly onto the Chasing Light S, and I have to say, those muscular front-end lines look fantastic. The curves work beautifully no matter which angle you view the car from. But what I appreciate even more is the way the car handles airflow, because this system is designed with practicality in mind. There are 19 air vents and 10 air ducts positioned around the vehicle, helping it achieve a drag coefficient as low as 0.24. We actually did a quick test here at the event, and the system really does work, especially the air duct positioned above the hood. Now, coming back to the front of the vehicle, Voyah has taken a very clean and minimalist approach with the original front-end design. The first thing that catches your eye is the continuous integrated daytime running light. It looks extremely elegant. As we know, the Kunpeng design language on some of Voyah's other models can be quite complicated, but because this is a pure electric vehicle, the design has been simplified quite a bit. Down below, we have an active air intake. When you combine that with all those air ducts we just mentioned, you get an impressively low drag coefficient. And if you look closely at the headlight assembly, there's another interesting detail. It incorporates Oracle bone script characters, creating a visual effect that resembles flowing water, while also bringing an element of traditional Chinese culture into the design. I think that detail has been executed really well. Further down, there's also a Y message, which suggests that the production version will feature intelligent lighting signals when it officially launches. And then we have the headlights themselves. The assembly uses 450 LED beads, including 36 high-beam beads. So when you're looking at the car from the front, the illumination coverage is both longer and wider. According to the official specifications I just saw, the headlights can illuminate up to around 450 meters. Wow, I'm genuinely impressed by that range. And as a pure electric vehicle, it even has a NOC front trunk. The front trunk offers 80 liters of storage space, and it's also drainable. I think fishing enthusiasts are going to love this. All those small, messy pieces of fishing equipment can simply go in here. And the really important part is that the compartment can drain water, so if your fishing gear gets wet, you don't have to worry about leaving moisture and odors trapped inside the front trunk. It opens with a tap, although it isn't completely electric. After tapping it, you still need to lift the opening yourself and raise it up. But when you close it, the electric suction mechanism takes over, which makes the process much easier. For today's shoot, I have to say that this twilight purple color looks fantastic. Maybe it's because of the way today's scene is set up, but at first I didn't even realize the car was purple. The paint itself has a really nice texture. Voyah worked with the international paint manufacturer PPG, and there are 7 different colors available. The idea behind those 7 colors is that they represent different lighting conditions throughout the day. Twilight purple has more of a purplish red appearance under studio lighting, but I think it will look even more stylish when you see it out on the road, and depending on the lighting around it, the color can actually look quite different. Now let's move over to the side of the vehicle, which is probably where the blueprint's design really stands out. The entire body uses a flowing, curved shape, and that Z-shaped dynamic profile, combined with the rising waistline, looks genuinely beautiful. I think it's the kind of design that would be difficult for most people to dislike. When you see those curves in person, together with the 3,000mm waistband, it really does feel like a substantial mid to large size SUV. One feature I particularly like from the side is the frameless rear-view mirror. That's almost a given on a vehicle like this, right? But what's even more interesting is the semi-hidden door handle. Unlike a conventional handle that you need to pull outward, you simply place your hand near it and the door automatically opens. There's an electric resistance mechanism, and the whole action feels very comfortable. The frameless doors themselves are also impressive, especially because they use double-layer laminated glass. And once we close everything up, you can start noticing the large number of cameras positioned around the vehicle. This vehicle is also equipped with Huawei's Front View Mount 5.0. Another part of the side profile I really like is the wheel design. It fits the overall shape of the SUV very well. We're looking at 21-inch wheels paired with colored brake calipers. According to the official description, buyers can also choose their preferred caliper color later. Overall, the side profile is seriously eye-catching. It doesn't have a full roof rack, so this isn't exactly what you'd call a traditional SUV, but there's no denying that it looks beautiful. After seeing the Chasing Light S in person today, I honestly think it's a vehicle that looks almost flawless from every angle. Even my cameraman commented on how good the rear design looks, and I have to agree, there's definitely something sexy about it. That's why the overall design approach matters so much. It feels distinctive while still keeping the front and rear sections visually harmonious. There are air ducts on both sides, along with two segmented spoilers positioned above them, and the execution is very neat. Down below, you get a blacked-out lower bumper. And of course, this is a pure electric vehicle. So, let's open up the rear and take a look at the trunk. From what I can see, the trunk itself isn't particularly impressive when it comes to outright storage capacity. Looking from the rear seats, we can also see that the vehicle comes with air suspension. There's a button here that allows you to adjust the suspension height, which makes it easier to load or retrieve things from the trunk. Right in front of that control are two electric buttons for folding the rear seats. Once everything is folded down, the seats essentially create one continuous surface, giving you a bed that's around 2 meters long. For camping trips, I really like this setup. And the best part is that the whole process is electric. And I have to say, the interior smells pretty good. But storage space isn't actually the biggest selling point of this vehicle. What really stands out is the versatility of its seating arrangement, particularly the passenger side magic folding 2-in-1 seat. So now let's get inside and take a closer look at what the Chasing Light S offers in terms of interior design. First of all, the interior of the car we're filming today uses a combination of white and black. Personally, I feel that this color combination doesn't completely match the premium character of the exterior. If it were my choice, I might lean toward a single color interior in the future. But of course, that's completely subjective, and everyone has their own preference. As for the materials, they're very impressive. The leather seats feel high quality, and the one-piece racing-style seats in particular stand out. There's also an S logo integrated into the back of the seats, which gives the cabin a stronger sense of performance and energy. And honestly, I think the seats are the biggest highlight this time, especially that passenger-side magic folding 2-in-1 seat. It's a feature that really sets this vehicle apart within its class.
There's a button on the center console here. Once you press it, the seat's folding function is activated, allowing the backrest to fold almost completely down toward the seat cushion. From this angle, it isn't perfectly flat, but it gets very close, creating a nearly level surface. That also gives the rear passengers some additional legroom, so if someone sitting in the back wants to relax in a more reclined position, they can stretch their legs out and even rest their feet on the seat. And the folding mechanism is actually a little more clever than simply dropping the backrest. Before the backrest folds, the entire seat moves forward first, creating additional room. So I think the designer's idea here was clearly to make the setup more practical and convenient for families. Alright, let's go through some of the other features. This is just one of the features that really stands out as something unique in its class, and I think it's definitely one of the highlights. Both the driver and front passenger seats can adjust to a 121-degree zero-gravity position. They also come with ventilation, heating, and a 10-point massage function. The ventilation system uses a suction-type ventilation, which helps improve heat and moisture control while keeping you cooler and more comfortable. I think it works quite well. The adjustment functions for both the driver and passenger seats are also pretty comprehensive. All right, let's keep going. In front of the center console display, we have two large 15.6-inch screens positioned side by side. There's probably not much need to spend too much time explaining the system itself. From Voyah's other models, we already know that its relationship with HarmonyOS is quite strong. This car gets a HarmonyOS 5 cockpit, along with smartphone connectivity and Huawei ADS. A lot of functions can also be accessed directly through the system. It also comes with a large AI model, which further improves the vehicle's level of intelligence once everything is integrated. As everyone knows, HarmonyOS cockpits are known for their strong connectivity and smooth operation. It's currently considered one of the more user-friendly in-car systems available in China. Now let's take a closer look at all these displays. There are actually quite a few screens inside the car. In front of the steering wheel, there's an 8.8-inch LCD instrument display. Above that, there's a huge 29-inch AR drawer-style display. This system can also monitor blind spots on both the left and right sides of the vehicle. In the current demonstration, we can see that the information can be projected onto the head-up display. It's estimated that future head-up camera functions will also be able to show this information. Navigation, driver assistance information, vehicle audio details, battery level, and other information can all be displayed. For now, everything looks quite clear. We'll have to test it again during the actual test drive, especially under strong sunlight, to see how well the display performs in brighter conditions. Okay, now let's move to the rear seats and see how they feel. First of all, I think the amount of space is quite impressive. Even though the roofline slopes slightly, it doesn't seem to compromise headroom at all. I have roughly 3 fist widths above my head, so there's definitely no shortage of room here. Legroom is also more than sufficient. I can comfortably cross my legs and move them around without feeling restricted. And as I mentioned earlier, the passenger seat has that magic folding function. Once it's folded forward, this is probably one of the most comfortable positions you can get. Your legs suddenly have an enormous amount of space in front of you. So what kind of features do we get back here? First of all, there are independent air conditioning vents for the rear passengers. And then above that, we have a touchscreen that lets you control the rear seat ventilation and heating functions. And underneath, there's something I find particularly interesting. It's called the Moonlight Saturation Movable Ambient Light. This ambient light is actually designed to be useful when you're camping. You can remove it from the vehicle and place it outside where it can provide lighting for about 5 to 6 hours. I honestly haven't seen anything quite like this before. I agree. People who enjoy camping are probably going to really appreciate this feature. And I almost forgot to mention the refrigerator up front. The vehicle comes with a 6.6-liter refrigerator with a temperature range from -6 degrees Celsius all the way up to 50 degrees Celsius. It also uses a dual opening design, meaning both the driver and passenger can easily reach the refrigerator and grab something without having to awkwardly move around. That temperature range is pretty useful, right? So whether you want a hot drink during winter or a cold drink during summer, everyone in the car can enjoy it. As for the seats themselves, both the front and rear seats are quite comfortable because they use a 12-layer seat structure. And if you look closely, the rear seats have a somewhat shell-shaped form. The idea here is clearly to create more of that premium luxury car feeling. The seats also have electric adjustment controls integrated into the door armrests, allowing you to adjust the angle of the backrest. I also noticed the speaker system above us. It looks quite beautiful, with a hollowed-out design and soft, slow-changing ambient lighting inside. It gives the cabin a surprisingly romantic atmosphere. The panoramic sunroof is another highlight. It's very large, and importantly, it comes with a physical sunshade, so you get the visual appeal of a large glass roof while still having the practicality of being able to block out the sunlight when necessary. Now let's take a look at the armrest box. When it's folded flat, the second row becomes a really comfortable space. Interestingly, despite the vehicle's sporty exterior styling, the second row can almost transform into a more business-oriented environment. And when we look at the space in front of the second row, what you could previously call the boss seat can be made even more spacious thanks to that magic folding mechanism. So this vehicle really seems to work for both family use and carrying or entertaining guests. Overall, I think the Blueprint Chasing S is a pretty interesting vehicle. The SUV market is extremely competitive, and finding a place in such a crowded segment is certainly not easy. But today, what we're seeing with the Blueprint Chasing S is a somewhat different approach. Of course, its appearance is one of its biggest strengths. It's genuinely attractive, and it's the kind of design that can leave a strong impression after you see it in person. And once you step inside, the story continues. From its exterior technology and functional equipment to the systems inside the cabin, Huawei integration is a major part of the package. Just look at the 896-line radar positioned at the front. This gives the vehicle some of the highest-level assisted driving hardware currently available in China. And as we all know, Huawei's assistant system is also known for being very easy and intuitive to use. Then inside, you have the HarmonyOS cockpit. It basically has everything you would expect, with very little left out. And of course, there's that magic folding 2-in-1 passenger folding, which is a feature that really stands out as something unique within its class. Over the past 2 years, Blueprint has become increasingly popular, and a big part of that success has come from the way it defines and packages its products. And that brings us to the end of today's video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.